Hey puppy people, it's Cindy Scott, Dogs Etc. Dog Training, here again with another quick little video. I want to show you how to get away from food dependency. Now, I love using treats. I love using food as a reward. We'd be crazy not to use it because it works. It's fast, it's efficient, it quickly rewards your dog, sends them the message that, hey, they're doing the right thing. And you got to feed your dog anyway, so why not use it as a reward? Crazy not to use it. But the problem with food is that it works. And so it's easy for us to get stuck on it. And if we're stuck on it, that's when the dogs get stuck on it. So I want to show you today the first step in getting away from food dependency. And that is teaching them a secondary or a conditioned reinforcer. And how we do this is by pairing it with something positive. It's positive association. So I use the word good. Some people say yes or nice, bon, whatever you want to say. I don't care. Just something that takes on the meaning of the food. Now, if you've seen some people do clicker training, and I love clicker training. I do it as well. I do it primarily when working with some behavior modification, or if I'm conditioning more intricate behaviors. I don't use it most of the time simply because, and quite honestly, it's just one more thing I got to carry around. Most of the time I have my voice, so it's a lot easier to do a verbal. And the other reason, a click is always the same. Click, click, click. It always sounds the same. You can't differentiate degrees of acceptance or degrees of reward, I guess is the right word, with a click. It's always the same. Whereas your voice, there's a difference between good and good job. You see what I'm saying? So as you fine tune this, as you finesse this with your dog and taking your dog to the next level, using those differential rewards and the differentiations is another way to keep going on and phasing it out. There's lots of ways that we can keep finessing this, but just to be aware of what you're signaling to your dog. And the first step is teaching them that secondary reinforcer, whatever it is you choose to use, okay? Now, how we do it, again, I'm just using, as a treat, I'm just using their kibble. I'm not a big fan of using a lot of treats. So when I say using treat, most of the time I mean kibble, unless, of course, it's a high destruction area and there's differentiations that we're doing. But most of the time you can just use their kibble as a treat. And what we do is, come here, Ruru. So what we do is very similar to how we taught them their name. I say the word good, he gets a treat, or 2 or 3, okay? So it's good. Let me adjust this. Ruru, good. So I say good, I immediately follow with the treat. Good, treat, good. You don't have to say treat, I'm saying that for effect. So it's just good and then immediately followed by the treat. So you don't want to give the food and then say the word. Again, you want to say the word first followed by the food. Good. And that's for 2 reasons. One, if I give the food first, he's probably just thinking about the food and not really listening to me. So good. And then the food. Now, the other reason I want you to get in the habit of saying or giving the food second is I want you to get in the habit of praising. We simply don't praise in this culture. Don't get me started on a rant. We are so quick to punish, but slow to praise. So part of this is conditioning you to give your dog that feedback. Good. Where'd you go, Iggs? Oh, he's right back here. Good. He's like, Sid, that's just kibble, right? So part of this is conditioning you and training you to praise your dog and give them that feedback. Good. So now and forever, when your dog does something that you like, Tell him. Good job. Praise, praise, praise. Good. 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 See, multiple dogs, you just have a little bit more coordinated. So get in the habit of praising. Think of the food as a bonus. It's about the praise. The praise is the thing. So as they're doing what you like, good job just sitting here nicely. Good job. Good. So I'm praising maybe 3 or 4 times for every food reward that I'm giving. So we're phasing away from that food. The last thing I want is for you to be in an emergency situation. The dog is across the street. There's a car coming and you're yelling, come, or your emergency whistle, whatever it is. And the dog is like, no food, no love. I don't see any treats, right? Okay. So it's imperative that they listen to you, even if you don't have the food. And this is the first step to getting there. There's several other steps, of course, and variations of those steps. But this is the first one. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. So as the butt hits the ground, I'm praising, praising, praising. While he's still sitting there, I'm praising, praising, praising. And then he's going to get that bonus treat again while the butt is still on the ground. So what happens a lot is dogs will sit and then they stand up and then they get the treat. So then they think the command is sit and stand. Stand's a whole nother command, right? And most of the time you want your dog to have that rock solid sit. So again, this is how we get it, is by rewarding it. It sounds very simple, but it's not. So watch your timing, watch your response, and talk to your dog. Tell them what a good boy they're being. Bonus, same strategy for everybody in your life. Tell your spouse what a good boy they're being. Tell your kids, your employees. Praise, praise, praise. Really watch yourself. And it's interesting how in this culture we are just we're quick to punish but slow to praise. You know, everybody wants to know how to discipline, but nobody asks how to reward. It's very telling. So anyway, work on this, train yourself, and go play with your dog. Till next time. See you later.